How Trump's decisions shape Mexico's economy today. Donald Trump's presidency may have ended, but its effects on Mexico's economy tell a story that's far from over. From trade policies to changes in immigration, his leadership reshaped economic dynamics at the border, creating both challenges and opportunities that influence Mexico today. Let's explore how decisions made years ago continue to ripple through Mexico's industries, from manufacturing to farming, all while shaping its global economic standing. One of Trump's defining moves was renegotiating NAFTA into the USMCA. This altered the trade relationship between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada, adding stricter labor rules and higher wage requirements for auto manufacturing. For Mexico, these changes meant more jobs needed to meet higher standards, impacting industries that once thrived on cheaper labor costs. What appeared as a fairer deal to American workers also pressured Mexico's economic model to adapt swiftly. Trump's frequent tariff threats gave the global supply chain a bumpy ride. Mexico, reliant on exports like cars, steel, and agricultural goods, experienced uncertainty in trade partnerships. While some industries evolved to avoid tariffs, others struggled with increased production costs. Mexico's economy found itself pressured to shift strategies, with long-term effects still unfolding. Immigration restrictions and policies like the Remain in Mexico program had indirect consequences on Mexico's economy. Migrants paused at the border created a surge in informal work sectors, while cross-border labor became tougher to coordinate. Additionally, agriculture and construction industries faced labor shortages, particularly in areas traditionally dependent on immigrant workers for productivity. Trump's policies prompted multinational companies to rethink their supply chains, with some shifting operations closer to Mexico under the concept of nearshoring. This was an unintended benefit for Mexico, boosting foreign investment in industries such as technology and auto parts. Despite challenges, Mexico became more attractive to businesses aiming to diversify from China or mitigate trade conflicts. Trump's decisions forced Mexico to reevaluate its economic dependencies and resilience. From improving labor conditions to modernizing industries, the country had to grapple with global economic shifts. As experts look to the future, understanding these decisions underscores the importance of strategic planning and collaboration between nations for mutual growth. The effects of Trump's policies remind us how interconnected economies are, and why decisions at the top can reshape entire markets. Mexico, while adapting, provides key insights into resilience, adaptation, and the power of international partnerships. Stay informed, understand how policies impact everyday economies and communities. Follow our channel for more in-depth analyses bridging the impact of leadership and global economics.